This is The Post Up with DJ Trice. I'm running my mouth on everything hot in sports, news, drama, and whatever is blowing up the timeline. Let's get into it. Welcome back to a brand new episode of The Post Up. You already know me. I go by the name of DJ Trice, and I stay posted up right here, running my mouth about sports. It is officially March. And the madness has begun. It is officially the first week of March, which means that we are in conference tournaments this week. I'm excited to talk about those, but still, I'm going to give y'all what I've been giving y'all this whole time. We are going to go through the top 16 teams since the NCAA published that. And then I'm going to go through some interesting and exciting, not just interesting because I'm not really questioning any of them, but I want to go through some notable conference awards that have already been given out. I didn't see the Big East put out any yet. I just was on their Twitter page. So those aren't going to be covered here. I know they're probably waiting. Coming off an undefeated season, you probably are going to put them out later in the week, but there have been some that have been announced, so I wanted to make sure that I got on here and let you know to check for some of these awards because some of your favorites probably got some awards. Let's jump right into the top 16, y'all. Number 1 is UConn. Undefeated team, undefeated season, just playing some great basketball. If you are here, it's like beating a dead horse. I'm saying they are the team to beat, but I mean that. They are the team to beat. Sarah Strong, AZ Fudd. This feels special for Gino as well to have this set of girls. Now, the UConn program has been around. Y'all know it's a lot of UConn fans out there who have produced some really big names in the WNBA and in global basketball. But this team seems different. This team seems like they could make it all the way. So every other team is pretty much a team that has to put together some wins to beat UConn. We haven't seen them play a lot of SEC teams. We haven't seen them play a lot of other top 25 teams. So once we get in that tournament, we're really going to see what they're made of. I think it's going to fare out really well, and it's going to make for some exciting basketball. So definitely stick around. I'll be streaming a lot of those on Twitch. I'm trying to find a way to do it on YouTube and not like get copyright strikes or whatever. I want to do a watch party experience without like violating a bunch of rules and stuff. So just stick around on my channel if you've been listening to my updates. And if you're listening to audio, I will be updating you on that as well. Let's go to the number 2 team, the UCLA Bruins. Y'all know how special this is for me. I called the UCLA Bruins at the beginning of the season. I said that if they were going to do it, they were going to do it this year. Lauren Betts, Nepes, we have Gabriela Jaquez. Even Sienna Betts got shown some love as being a rookie and a newcomer to the Big Ten. That team is playing great. They also got Coach of the Year. That was a big one as well. So I'll go through those at the end, but just off the top of my head, the UCLA Bruins are steaming ahead. Already won the Big Ten, but we're going to see them, Big Ten regular season. We're going to see them in the tournament continue to do great things this week. I'll update you after all the conference play is over. My stream on Friday will be SEC. I've been watching and covering a lot more SEC. That's going to be some close games. That's going to be some upsets, so I figured I want to go that way this year instead of covering a conference that doesn't really have as many top 25 teams in it. Number 3, South Carolina. We talking about SEC. Whoa, they are leading the SEC. Those South Carolina Gamecocks. Raven Johnson, I want this for her real bad this year. I want to see how she is going to play in her final season. That senior night performance was just amazing. The Gamecocks have been doing their thing. Joyce Edwards, Okote. It's just so many different players that have been chipping in and chipping away. Dawn Staley, of course, coaching her tail off. Those girls have really been doing a great job. Just keeping it together, playing really poised basketball and adjusting to whatever is thrown at them. So number 3. Number 4 team is Rory Hartman, Maddie Booker, them over in Texas. They will be featured in that SEC stream. I'm excited to see how this goes. We got 2 teams in the SEC that are in the top 4. That is undoubtedly one of the best conferences so far. I want to see how Texas fares. They lost some really gimme games earlier in the season, some of the ones that we know they should have won, but I think they got their heads on right. Now that it's March, everybody is like at a higher level and a higher intensity for playing basketball. So I want to see what happens. I think the scores will be low. The defense is going to be high. I'm looking forward to seeing how many steals Rory also gets in the tournament. I know she's got her eyes set on setting some kind of record the way that she's been hooping. Let's go on to number 5, Vanderbilt, and that is Mikayla Blakes. Mikayla Blakes, the girl is just playing at an unbelievable pace, carrying that Vanderbilt team to a top 5 slotting this year. Now, they fell a little bit because they had a couple games where they really couldn't figure it out, but this is going to be a team to upset a bunch of different people in the tournament, I believe, especially once we get close. Once we get to that Sweet 16, it's anybody's game, and I think that if Vanderbilt comes to play every single game and Mikayla Blakes can take them through the tournament, we will see them at a Final Four. They might sneak into a Final Four, and they were not projected in my Final Four. But based on how they've been playing, I think they got a chance, y'all. And let me know in the comments if you think the same thing if you have been watching some of these Vanderbilt games. Number 6 is a team that caught me by surprise, Iowa. I've watched a couple of their games. I didn't by any means think that they would be in that top 10, but Iowa has done their thing. That senior night performance really just threw them over the top with that upset. So looking forward to seeing the Hawkeyes play. Again, I don't think they're going to go too deep in the tournament, but very surprising to me at least. Not an Iowa hater, but just not an Iowa fan. I didn't see anything there that I thought would be. That number 7 team is LSU. I thought they would be slotted a lot higher, at least above Iowa, but I'm enjoying watching the Tigers play. Everybody thought I was a hater. I wasn't being a hater. I was just being a little bit critical of their schedule. People on Facebook said that I wasn't doing the same thing for UConn. Fair enough. I just think for as much buzz is being created by LSU fans and people who are constant supporters, that same criticism needs to be there. But evidently, everybody told me to shut up, so I'm just gonna shut up. I've been enjoying watching Mikayla Williams, Flau'jae, even 6th Woman of the Year, Mylasia Full-Wiley as well. So I want to see how far the Tigers can go. I want to just do some quick call-outs. They have to control their turnovers. They're going to have to shoot better free throws, and they got to make those easy baskets around the rim. That's just the couple things that frustrate me when you're watching the games. And you're like, man, they could be winning by 20 if these little things were just cleaned up. But I'm excited to see the Tigers not only in the SEC tournament, but to see how far they get in the NCAA tournament. Number 8 is Michigan. This is that team that told me that, everyone said they had UConn on the ropes. They've slid a little bit. They've lost some games, but they are still in the top 16. Louisville is number 9. I'm not impressed. Maybe they might shock me. Maybe they might rise to the occasion, and I could be completely wrong in this situation. But just based off these last couple of games, I am not really feeling like they're going to go so far. But I'm happy to see that they made the top 16. They played a really, really great season. Like I said, I just personally don't believe that they're going to go that far. Number 10, Duke. I mean, the best comeback story of them all. They had probably one of the worst starts we've seen in Duke history. And their coach of the year, Kara Lawson. Again, I'll go through the full list of some of the notable ones that I keep talking about at the end here just to summarize. But she has done a phenomenal job at just coaching that team, inspiring that team, and letting them know that they could make it. To be at number 10 from where they were is huge. So big shouts out to Duke for doing their thing and continuing to just play basketball, stay focused, and keep their eyes on the prize at number 10. Wow. TCU, number 11. Olivia Miles and Suarez are doing their thing. Olivia Miles, best newcomer from the Pac-12, as well as player of the year. Chef's kiss. I've been watching her game. I love her pace. A lot of people are saying that she's not carrying TCU. I think Olivia Miles is carrying TCU as far as they can go. They probably will upset some teams just based off of the pace that they play. When they hot, they hot. So there are some other teams that should be worried about that TCU team. I don't even mind them being at number 11 because number 11 is a pretty lethal spot for that TCU team. Number 12, Oklahoma, OU, the Sooners. They're another one of those teams that straddle the fence for me. I feel like when they good, they good. When they bad, they bad. They lose some games that they really just shouldn't be losing. But they got some great players. They got some good momentum usually, and I'm happy to see them in the top 16. Maryland, okay. I'll just say okay. I'm really impartial to Maryland, number 13, number 14, Michigan State, number 15, Minnesota, and number 16, Ohio State. I feel like those are all just, it's funny how it's like those are Big Ten teams that are just kind of clustered at the bottom, and they're not bad teams. They're just not, in my opinion, they're not top 10 caliber. I don't think they're going to have any of those wow moments, but y'all know better than me. I know y'all going to let me know in the comments that it's any woman's game at that point. Any team can get hot, and one bad day in the NCAA tournament, and you will regret that. That is your top 16. Now let's go through some of these notable conference awards that have just come out that I just want you to know about. I want to just briefly talk about. First and foremost, let's start at the top. UConn for that undefeated season. That's special. That is special. Undefeated regular season. Now imagine if they, close your eyes and imagine, if they don't lose any other games, which nobody can foresee that they will, but then they go ahead and win out the tournament. This is going to be a special season, especially for AZ Fudd being in that senior year as well. So I'm not saying that will happen. Just imagine if that did happen and what that impact will have for the UConn Huskies. Let's go on over to UCLA, where we're talking about Lauren Betts being the player of the year and the defensive player of the year. Super special, especially in her senior season, going into a USA basketball cycle, going into a WNBA draft special. WNBA draft cycle. Just to see Lauren continue to blossom and like to be the number 2 ranked team and to have all of these opportunities is just great. Just super great for her as a player. I'm super happy that she even is playing on a team with her sister and gets to experience this. But, you know, on all fronts, it just shows that she is exceptional. She's playing offensively and defensively, both sides of the ball, and she has a lot to look forward to in her career. But those UCLA Bruins have a lot to look forward to in the tournament just by having Lauren Betts be a part of their team. Congratulations to Lauren Betts. Also want to congratulate Coach Close on getting Big Ten Coach of the Year. I know earlier in the season she was talking about the lack of press for the UCLA Bruins. I hope she feels like that has turned a little bit for her as the team is now number 2 ranked and had that documentary on TV after the game this weekend and everything. Like, really great job with the girls. Just seeing how you motivated them from last year into this year and how that team is really just full steam ahead. Hats off to you for Coach of the Year. For South Carolina, let's talk about Raven Johnson. Yo, Hollywood girl. She has had a great season. And when I say locked up by Raven, it's not even just a who's going to guard Tessa. It's, man, I got to be guarded by Raven. Boy, did she shut down Cody McMahon and plenty other star players on other teams. I'm glad she is being recognized for her defense, because a lot of the times we will just anchor ourselves on who's scoring the most points on a team, when really sometimes the defense is stopping the other team from getting everything that they want, and that is Raven. That's Raven. That is exactly what I want to see to come over to her WNBA game. It's exactly who she is as a person, and I understand why Don Staley said out of all the South Carolina players that came through, she's really gonna miss Raven, because she's a winner, she's a champion, and she gonna defend that ball. So hats off to Raven Johnson of the South Carolina Gamecocks. Let's move on down to LSU and congratulate Mikayla Fulwiley on 6th Woman of the Year. This is huge because a lot of people thought it was a mistake for her to move from South Carolina and go on down and play for Kim Mulkey at LSU. But she's shown that she's still a standout player. She's been doing her things. There have been some rough moments, but coming off the bench, she's really helped to elevate their offense off the bench, right? And also, that's important, especially because basketball is a game of runs, and you need to put together 4 quarters of basketball. So when the starters, I won't say stars, the starters step off of the court, you need to make sure there's continuity in between your 2 units, and Mikayla Fulwiley has done that. She's pulled off some trick shots. She's defended well. She's had some blocks, some deflections, some steals. She's done her thing. So congratulations to Mikayla Fulwiley. We now see that move was worth it for you. You are still shining and winning awards exactly where you at. Mikayla Blake's at Vandy. Y'all, I was unfamiliar with Mikayla Blake's game until this season, but boy, has it been a delight to just watch her play. I haven't watched this many Vanderbilt games, I think, at all, ever, since me just being into women's basketball, being into the NCAA tournament. I usually only watch them during tournament time if, they're in there once Selection Sunday comes. But Mikayla Blake's has been so fun to watch at the regular season, during the regular season, and just how she has played with such finesse, such poise, how she's kept a cool head. Sometimes they're down, sometimes they're up, but she's just a leader. She's playing on both ends of the floor, and the girl got game. So Mikayla Blake's being player of the year for the SEC is just huge. Congratulations, Mikayla. Moving on down the road to Duke, Coach Lawson. Oh, my goodness. It was such an honor to be able to attend a media day. She's also the coach for USA women's basketball right now in this current FIBA qualification, circuit or whatever it's called, cycle. I'll keep saying cycle because that's a better word for me, to be honest. And Coach has done her thing. You can tell she knows what she's doing. I can see how she can coach pros and then come back and coach college players, and how she is just so masterful with basketball. But not only that, just winning over the locker room. She had a team with a rough start. She continued to encourage them, create plans and schemes and things that could make them show up their best as players and as women. So I just... what she's done over there in the ACC and to have Duke a top 16 ranked team after that start that we had, man, you are doing such a great job, Coach Kara. And we're excited to see what Duke can do in the tournament. There might be some upsets that you fuel because you just got your thinking cap on. So we're excited to see it. Congratulations, Coach. Olivia Miles, man, got newcomer of the year in the Pac-12 as well as player of the year. She has been doing her thing. TCU just got back-to-back Pac-12 championships for regular season. And Olivia has been a major key component in moving that forward. To move from a team like Notre Dame, who is not ranked, to take that TCU team and to continue to contend and to lead that team, oh my goodness. I am excited to see what she can do in the tournament this year and what she's going to do in the WNBA when she enters that draft next year. Olivia Miles is a player to continue to look out for. She's going to make some changes and make some waves in the game constantly. So congratulations, Olivia. We have a couple honorable mentions for unranked teams, and Cody McMahon for the SEC is definitely one of those. She moved over from Ohio State to Ole Miss, and they went on a tear. They went on a tear. They've had a great season. Coach Yo has been doing her thing. They've slid these last 4 or 5 games just into losses as SEC play kind of intensified. I wanted to see how they're going to do in the tournament. Hopefully they can find some rest. The team has really, really looked gassed these last few games. But Cody McMahon is a baller. She did get locked up by Raven now. She got locked up by Raven, but if she can continue to create offense, I know she was just converted into a point guard, continue to find her offense even in the face of opposition, maybe enhance her basketball IQ a little bit so when she's getting double teamed, she knows where to put the ball and do a bunch of different things like that. I think we can see so much more from Cody McMahon. She's been a great player. I haven't really watched any Ole Miss games that I can remember, but this player, people kept bringing up her name and telling me to watch the game. So she's must-see TV. Congratulations on newcomer of the year, Cody. The final honorable mention that I want to go through is Hannah Hidalgo. Boy, did she just have herself a game. Just stats in every part of the stat sheet, y'all. She also just got player of the year and defensive player of the year for the ACC. Man, Hannah has been going on a tear. I wish her team was having a better season. They are unranked, but that don't mean that they are unfazed. They are unfazing other teams because they just took that Louisville team down, which is another reason why I'm like, Louisville, let's see how that goes. But anyway, Hannah has still been doing her thing, even though she doesn't have as much support around her with Olivia Miles leaving and going to TCU. She's still player of the year, just like Olivia Miles is player of the year. So 2 stars within their own right. Congratulations, Hannah Hidalgo, just being a dog. Notre Dame continues to push guards out of that program that are just stellar, and Hannah Hidalgo is definitely one to be reckoned with. Thank you so much for Thank you so much for tapping in with me for this episode of The Post Up. Y'all have been all love keeping up with me this March Madness. I'm excited for the tournament. But before I get out of there, I want to talk about some giveaways I have going on all through the month of March. I have these wonderful basketball cards that I'll be giving away, and I'll show these to you. The first one that I'm giving away is coming up this Friday when I'm streaming the SEC tournament on Twitch. This is a Flau'jae McDonald's All-American card. Big foe. So if you want this card, come through to the live stream. I will be having an competition of some sort, but you could win this Flau'jae card. Another one I have is an Audie Crooks card. Check that one out. Audie Crooks has been having a great season. I didn't talk a lot about her on this podcast, but I will continue to talk her praises because I love Audie's game. So if you love Audie Crooks, you can win this card as well. Man, I just talked about Mikayla Blake's SEC Player of the Year. I have a Mikayla Blake's card that I also will be giving away one week. So make sure you stay tapped in on my channel to find out when I'll be giving that one away. And Sarah Strong of UConn. I'll be giving this one away last because UConn's the #1 ranked team. I know a lot of y'all are Sarah Strong fans. So if you want to win these cards, make sure you stay tapped in with me. Join my live streams. They are wonderful watch parties. We are always having a good time talking smack in the chat. I love it. I love it. I love it. It's been a great time. And we've been doing it during Unrivaled. And it's gotten as deep as 2,000 in the chat before. So it has been a good time. Again, thank you so much for tapping in with me. I go by the name of DJ Trice, and I stay posted up right here running my mouth about sports. Make sure you follow me on all social media platforms at DJ Trice. That's at DJ TRICEY. Until then, I'll be posted up right here running my mouth about sports. All right, that's a wrap on the Post Up. I ran my mouth, said what I said, and now it's your turn. Drop a comment, share it, and come back tomorrow, because I'm not done talking. And make sure you follow me on social media at DJ Trice. That's at DJ TRICEY. I'll be posted up here, y'all.